Now I realize this is going to be rather redundant because I did the survey of the bear pen over the weekend, but I really do want to go through this again because in spite of a very weird market right now, most of the stocks are pretty interesting still. And so we're going to rehash these 15 briefly. Before I begin, just a very general note on the spider. I mean, I don't think anything is going to really happen until Thursday morning when the CPI comes out, and it's been very dull since then because, you know, Wednesday we'll be sitting around twiddling our thumbs again, and then finally Thursday something will happen. Now, the last time something happened, which was December 13th, it was pretty awful happening. We'll see if we repeat that or not. As it is now, things remain completely bullishly configured because even in the weakness that we saw for a few days here, it did not violate this level, 465.24, which was the prior adjusted high from back in the beginning of 2022, I guess it was. Was it? I've really lost track. Yeah, round about, yeah, right at the beginning of 2022. Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? So the first little tidbit of good news for the bears would be a failure of that level. Hasn't happened yet. On the contrary, we could go blasting higher to another lifetime high on Thursday morning, right at the opening bell, if the CPI manufactured number is appealing. But we will leave that for that day. As it is now, I just wanted to thumb through these items in the bear pen. So we'll go quickly. This is Alcoa, and in this case, as long as it stays under, it does not get above 33.04, that price gap. That still looks good. Albemarle, God, I cannot get this name. Albemarle. This has been a consistent winner, very, very clean, down over 2% today, even though it was a really mixed bag day, but this just remains as a superb formation. Darling Ingredients, also another good day, tumbling below this very well-formed top, so this still looks really good. And this is, you know, I just looked at a couple of these and it just compelled me to make a rehash of this video. Dollar Tree was up today, but this is still very nicely positioned below this symmetric triangle. This is a long-term trade. This is a slow mover, but plenty of prospective downside over the months ahead. GameStop fell hard to do, over 4%. This one, it continues to be really good. This is the 18.59, its resistance. We came right up against that and have been very consistent. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Down we go. That's been very, very good performer. And this, of course, the former meme stock, which peaked during the madness of early 2021 at $103.50. So we've lost about 85% of its value. It doesn't look like much here, but that's honestly almost a 90% drop from that peak. Halliburton, same trio right here. In fact, we can drag this down. We can reset this down here to this new price gap. So we can tighten up that stop to 35.80. Here's KeyCore. This was one of the 3 bank stocks I pointed out as interesting short opportunities. It's beneath this major almost a multi-decade multi-decade trend line. NextEra down nicely, 1.43%. One of the prettiest charts in the universe right now on the short side. As long as it does not push above 64.74, this still looks like a dynamite long-term short setup. Royal Caribbean, RCL. This is probably the least clean of all these, although rather exciting in as much as it's extremely richly valued, and it's got a very clean stop up here at 129.18, and it appears to have failed into the lower half of this. In other words, we've got this channel, and it's got 2 halves, above the midline and below the midline. We got above it for a while, and then it had this hard fall very quickly below it, and then we pushed right up against it. So between the midline and the price gap, I think that's got a lot of, and just a cherry on top of this ice cream sundae, the fact we failed the channel here briefly, that all to me spells inner weakness. Here's Regions Financial, another one of those bank stocks that I highlighted yesterday, down over 2% today. Schlumberger down over 3.5% today. One of the best energy shorts out there. I've been talking about this ceaselessly. We're beneath this nice top here and well below this broken trend line. UPS up just up 0.03% today, just not even worth opening. But and this one doesn't have much of a pattern to it. But we'll just throw down that, just have something like so. Here's Verizon, which LZ did a post about, and congratulations to LZ because this is reversing nicely down 2.67% today, below the trend line here, nicely below this this price gap. So that is a good thing. Couple more. Walgreen Boots down almost a full percentage point below that huge inverted cup with handle pattern there. And the last design, we got 3 for 3 here on those banks, down 1.1%. So very successful. So as you can see, even though today was a real mixed bag, very, very good performance in the bear pen. And with that, I shall click stop.